Good morning everyone, welcome to the allotment. It is Sunday the 11th of September 2016 today. Thought I would just do a quick overview of a few things, starting with the sunflowers. They're pretty spectacular. I'm just going to zoom out so you can see how tall they are. So I reckon tallest one, probably that one on the far left, is probably about 10 feet high. Quite a small sunflower. Let's go down and have a look. There's one there that's fallen over unfortunately, but I haven't supported them at all, so yeah, so there you go. I reckon maybe not 10 feet, about 9 feet maybe. I'm 5 foot 10 and a bit, I think, and they're easily another 3 foot above my head, so yeah, 8-9 feet I reckon. But really pleased with them. I'm going to try and save some seed because some years I have. Last year I don't think I saved any seed. I think I gave it all to the birds because they weren't very good, but these are pretty good this year. Even there's a couple of ones over here. I did plant a few over here. I don't remember planting any on this side of the bed, but I planted all the way along this side, and there's only one there. I think they've suffered quite badly from the slugs as young plants. It rained quite hard yesterday, which is probably why I'm recording this on a Sunday instead of a Saturday, because Saturday is the day I normally come down, and if I bring the camera that's the day I do my kind of recording. I'm going to get in amongst the brassicas this morning, give them a good weed, and also this patch. There's nothing more depressing than weeds, I think. This was dug a while ago now, but the weeds have come back with a vengeance, so that's the jobs for today. You can tell it's also starting to, you can probably see the dew on the grass. I've actually got my wellies on and realised that unfortunately, I think I did know about this, I've got a hole in my welly, so I'm going to need to buy some new wellies at some point, or see if I can fix that with a puncture repair kit or something. Otherwise, purple sprouting broccoli doing really well, and somebody gave me some Brussels sprout plants last weekend, so I've popped them in there as well. I think there's about half a dozen plants, and also changed the netting because the purple sprouting broccoli was getting to the top of the netting and pressing against it, so I've replaced it with just this Enviromesh. It's more to keep the birds off than anything else, but it was kind of the right size and shape of netting. And then this row of beetroot doing really well. Probably harvest some of these today. I think they're getting to a harvestable size. Don't know whether you can see that in there. See if I can zoom in. So yeah, they're not very big, but they're kind of baby beetroot size. So I think we'll harvest some of them, thin them out a bit, and let some of the others get a bit bigger. But otherwise, it's really kind of now starting to think about next season. I think I said I was going to put raw beans on this bed, no, onions on this bed rather. I think I now might put them on that one, purely because this will be come kind of March, April time. This bed in its entirety will be potatoes, or vast majority of it, and I think if I make this onions, then I might run out of space for the potatoes, and I do try and kind of rotate the potatoes around as much as I can. So they were up here this year. Last year they were in this bed, so they really need to be in this bed this year. So I think I might just slightly tweak my plan, which will mean when I'm ready to go, I've got the sets already. I need to take out this courgette plant and move that one across, but to be honest, they're starting to go over now anyway. Still getting, I mean, there's one yellow one in there, but we're only getting about one, maybe two a week. There's another one in the centre of the frame there. Not getting a huge number, so I think they're nearly gone. And there is a flower on that one, which looks like it's got a courgette behind it. So I'll probably wait and just see until they stop flowering. So you can see there's probably going to be another courgette there, but they've really slowed down. So I don't think it'll be much longer before they'll die back completely anyway. And certainly if we get an early frost in October, that'll sear them off anyway. So that's the plan. That bed there, I'm just going to leave. I've taken the sweet corn out, as you can probably see. I'm just going to leave that now until the beans have finished. I'm not harvesting any more beans at the moment. I'm just letting those go to seed so that I've got some seed for next year, and then I'll clear the rest of that back to the path, and probably just leave it dug over for the winter, and then as these cabbages in this bed here are harvested, then obviously I'll dig that area as well. So I think over the course of the winter I'll be kind of clearing and digging this, and no firm plans for what this is going to be, but probably spring brassicas, leeks, and other things like lettuce and early lettuce and things like that. So it's all in my head, and I need to sit down and draw out a plan so that I've got something to refer to, because otherwise it will go a bit haywire come planting time. And I think that's why I made the error with this, thinking that I could put my onions in here, when really if I want my spuds in at the right time, this really can't be onions, because there just won't be enough room. I think I'm probably just going to do earlies this year, or next year rather, and we'll see. What else? Harvesting leeks at the moment, they're really good. And also parsnips, we harvested the first one I think last weekend, really tasty, bit odd shaped, but then, you know, this is quite stony ground, so it's kind of to be expected. And chard, rainbow chard and perpetual chard, that's still producing quite well. And I don't know about the perpetual chard because this is the first season I've grown it, but I know the rainbow chard will go right through the winter, so we'll have that to keep us going. And obviously the cabbages and things that are over there, they're doing quite well. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to crack on with my weeding. I think I've got to the point where I'm just wittering on now, and so I need to lift the netting on the brassicas and get on with it. Okay, so that's done the weeding and the brassicas here, and I've also started weeding here. I've got about where the scarecrow is up to the carrot bags to do, and then I can put the netting back over. But I just wanted to ask you guys a question, and whether you can answer this. There's a couple, I need to check and see which these are, but there's a couple of plants that have got this very hard kind of emergent centre, That's kind of, I think, what it normally looks like. So it's just a young leaf growing. This one, oh, maybe it's just not far enough along, but it doesn't, it's much harder, and it doesn't seem to be, the leaves don't seem to be unfurling in quite the way that those are. So if anybody's got any ideas, as I say, I'll have a quick look and I'll put it up on the screen when I post this as to which particular variety and plant, because I've got cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli in here, and just be interested to know whether anybody knows what they are. I mean, they seem to also have this kind of, it can only be described as poop, and I think I've just managed to smear some of it on the lens. There's a bit of slug damage, or possibly caterpillar damage. Well, they have been netted, so more likely slug. But I'd just be interested if anybody knows. Again, this one here doesn't seem, I don't know whether we can zoom in on that, you can get a good look. Whether anybody knows what that is, I'd appreciate a comment below. That'd be great. And whether there's anything I can do about it, whether I need to pull the plants out, or what your advice is, basically. As I say, I'll look these up and put it on the bottom in terms of what type of plant and variety they are, just in case that makes a difference. But off the top of my head, I can't remember. Anyway, time to crack on with the rest of the weeding over there, and I'll speak to you again soon. Take care now. Bye bye.